Good morning. Today we will start with another chapter of economics, that is TY become 5th semester, and the name of the chapter is agriculture marketing. Before starting with the chapter, first of all you have to understand what do you understand by marketing. Marketing means what? Every time we are talking about the marketing. That means marketing means what? Marketing means to fit your प्रोडक्ट इन द माइंड ऑफ द कस्टमर, कि हम हमारी प्रोडक्ट को कस्टमर के माइंड में, हम हमारे ब्रांड को कस्टमर के माइंड में कैसा फिट करें. दैट इज द एक्चुअल मीनिंग ऑफ मार्केटिंग. इट इज नॉट इजी टू फिट योर प्रोडक्ट इन द माइंड ऑफ द कस्टमर. इफ यू वांट टू फिट योर प्रोडक्ट इन द माइंड ऑफ द कस्टमर, दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू डू मोर एंड मोर एडवर्टाइजमेंट. इफ यू टेक द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ रियल मार्केटिंग, दैट मीन्स before 2 to 3 years, if you had heard about the Oppo or Vivo when they had launched, newly launched in the market, they had done more and more advertisement in the market. Because of that, everyone knows about that product. Now they don't want to do as much of advertisement, because at the time उन लोग ने क्या किए थे कि उन लोग ने पूरे इंडिया के मैप को ग्रीन और ब्लू में कन्वर्ट किए थे. दैट मीन्स everywhere if you will see कि Oppo और Vivo के advertisement चले थे. That is the actual meaning of marketing. That means they want to fit their brand name in the mind of the customer. Now here our topic is agricultural marketing. How this agricultural product actually reach to the final consumer. That is the meaning of agricultural marketing. There are various processes in between the point of production to the point of consumption. There are various procedures, there are various steps we have to learn in this chapter. Let's start with the agriculture marketing. That is, see, they had mentioned it is defined as series of service involved in moving a product from a point of production to the point of consumption. That means कि जब फार्मर एक प्रोडक्ट प्रोड्यूस करता है, एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट, व्हेन दे आर प्रोड्यूसिंग द एग्रीकल्चरल प्रोडक्ट फ्रॉम दैट पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू टू द एक्चुअल कंजम्पशन, till that agricultural goods or services has been reached to the final consumer, उसके बीच में जितने भी services provide होते हैं, that will be included in agricultural marketing. Now this series of agriculture marketing is interconnected activities involved, like first planning of production. First of all they have to plan what kind of production we have to do, what kind of planning we have to do, what kind of crops we have to grow. After that planning, they are actually growing the crops. After growing, they are harvesting, they are cutting the crops. After that, they are grading, they are sorting according to the quality, because each and every product is not of same quality, each of every agricultural goods is not of same size, so they are sorting, they are grading according to the grades. After that, it comes to packaging. Packaging means what? To wrap the product, because this is a agricultural goods is a perishable product, as we all know. If we will not wrap it properly, that means it will become a damage or rotten, so it will be a no use of in future. So because of to protect from the natural calamities or to protect from the natural environment, that means we have to pack our agricultural product. Next, that is a transportation, which is the most important part in the agricultural marketing. If you will not transport the goods from the point of production to the point of consumption, that means that actual consumer will not come to know about the agricultural product. So this is the transportation, where we are transporting the agricultural goods from the point of production to the point of consumer. Next, there is a storage. Storage is also a main challenge has been come towards the farmers, because this is a perishable product. It will be not stored for a more than longer period. So storage is the most challenge towards the farmer, that where they will store their agricultural goods. तो उन लोग के इसमें कैसा रहता है स्टोरेज के इसमें, दैट गवर्नमेंट इज नॉट प्रोवाइडिंग देम अ वेयर हाउसिंग, कोल्ड स्टोर वेयर हाउसिंग, वेयर दे कैन स्टोर दैट गुड्स. बट if they will not store that goods and services, that agricultural goods and services in the proper place, in the proper warehouse, तो उनको उसका प्रॉफिट भी नहीं आएगा. That's why they have to store in a proper place where they can have a safety for their agricultural goods and services. Then agro and food processing. Then whatever the raw material is having with the farmer, they are going for the agro or the food processing. They are processing for the final product. Here the final product has been prepared, and actually the company will distribute in the market and sell, where it will reach for the consumption process. Here they had mentioned the diagram. How this agricultural marketing work, agricultural market working model. How the agricultural marketing works. See, here we are having a farmer. Here at this stage we are having a farmer where they can take the input from the suppliers, from research and development. They can take the information from research and development. They can take the material from the supplier, and these persons are putting the input to the farmer. These farmers are purchasing from them, and after that they will farmers will produce the goods and services, agriculture goods and services, and they will provide to the company or for the manufacturing process. Here the final goods and services will be produced, and actually this after producing the final goods and services, they will supply to the retailer or the exporter, and after that after the distribution, that goods and services will be supplied to the consumer point of view. Here the actual consumption will take place. Here at this point the production process will take place, and here the actual consumption will take place. In the second diagram, if you will see, here they are the farmer. They are selling the goods and services to the trader, commission agent, or the middleman. They are selling them. After that, what this agent or commission agent will do, they will send that agricultural goods, they will send that agricultural product to the APMC market or any market channel partners or any seller facilitation who are selling the goods and services. After that, this seller, this commission agent, they will provide the information to the National Agricultural Market Portal. Here you will get the each and every price of vegetable of each and every product, each and every agricultural good. If you want to know the price, you can get it from here. Then after that, these sellers or commission agent or the traders, they will directly sell it to the buyers. Here the buyers will make the payment against the goods and services, and then only the goods and services will be delivered. Okay, this is the working model of national agricultural marketing. After that, there are various problems faced by the agricultural marketing. The number one problem is the price fluctuation. As we know, the price of the related goods, price of the agricultural goods is not rigid. They are flexible in nature. They are fluctuating every time. That means it will get a problem for the farmers to get a real price of their product, because they are producing more and more goods and services, agricultural goods, but they are not getting the proper price. They are not getting the proper profit for their produce, because the price are getting fluctuating day by day. Okay, next one, there are large number of middlemen. As we know, these are the there are very large number of middlemen or agent. They are taking the agricultural goods from the farmers and they are selling in the market at a higher price, but they are giving the low price to the farmers. Because of that, farmers are not getting the more profit. Then small and scattered holding. As we know, the farmers are having a small scattered and the holding, they are not having a that much of land, or they don't have a that much of capacity to produce more and more goods and services. This is also another problem. Then forced sale. Here the farmers are forced to sell their product to the middleman, then because they are not directly come in contact with the actual consumers, whoever wants to buy, but they have to sell that product to the middleman. Then the next problem is the technological development problem in the farm production, because as we know, the farmers are not adopting to the change with the technological development, because they are uneducated. They don't know how to operate the technology. They have to use the advanced technology. That's why this is also a biggest problem in the farm production. Then lack of transport facilities. These agriculture marketing, they are not getting the proper transport facilities so that they can produce their more and more goods and services, and they can transport to the actual market. But here they are not getting the lack of transportation. They are not getting a proper facilities, so that they are not actually reaching to the market. Then the poor handling, packaging and processing facilities. As we know, the farmers they don't have that much of facilities. Their goods and services are whatever the agricultural goods and services they are producing, they are having a poor handling capacity. They don't know how to package the goods and services. They don't know how to how to send that goods to for the processing for the actual final goods and services. Next, there is a lack of uniform standardization and grading. As we know, these uneducated farmers, they don't know how to grade the product, how to standardize the product, how to sort the product according to the quality. Next, inadequate storage facilities and the warehouse. The farmers don't have the storage capacity and the warehouse facilities. So most of the agricultural goods has been damaged because of natural calamities or maybe some other purpose that goods and services, that agricultural goods and services is not for useful because of poor storage facilities and the warehousing facilities. Nextly, there is the adulteration of produce and malpractices in the market. As we know, the farmers are producing the agricultural good, but they are giving that goods to they are selling that goods to the middleman. What the middlemen are doing, they are adulterating with the some other products, or they are doing a malpractices in the market. Growth of urban centers. There are more and more urban centers in the urban areas. The government has to open the more and more centers in the urban areas, so that the farmers can get the facilities of agriculture marketing over there. Then the communication problem. As we know, this is the most biggest problem in our India, communication, that we are unable to communicate with the farmers because they are living in the remote area, or they are living in such an area where we can't able to communicate, as we know. And the middlemen, they are not allowing to communicate directly with the sellers, directly with the farmers. Next, lack of information about the production and the marketing. As the farmers, they don't know how to get the information about the production and how to get the information about the marketing, where to sell the goods, where to brought the goods, they don't know about that. Then lack of farmers organization. Here in this, the farmers are working in an isolation. They don't have any organization, they are not forming any trade union. Because of that, they are getting a very much problem about the agriculture marketing. And last one is the inadequate research on marketing. As we know, the farmers are inadequate, they don't know how to do a research, how to get the information about the market, how to sell our product, when to sell our product, and what to sell in the market, what is the demand in the market. They don't know, because they don't know how to research on the marketing. These are the problems related to agricultural marketing. Next, challenges of the agricultural marketing. First challenge is the slow and the poor adaptation of the new technology of the agricultural marketing. Here in this point, agriculture production, in this point, that the farmer, they don't want to adopt, they don't want to make a change, because they don't want to adopt, they don't want to get the new technology for their agriculture production, because they are uneducated and they don't have that much of money to invest in the advanced technology. So that's why nowadays, if you'll see, the government are providing facilities of giving them loan, giving them money, so that they can purchase the advanced equipment and increase the productivity of their land. Next is managing the geographical difference. This is the most important, because in the urban area, or if you see in the rural area, most of the agriculture takes place in the rural area, and that rural area, whatever the goods and services, whatever the agriculture products are producing, they are transferring that goods and services transport to the urban area. So there, to manage the geographical difference, this is a very biggest challenge regarding the agricultural marketing. Next, lack of infrastructure and the market support for the agricultural marketing. In this, in agriculture marketing, the farmers are getting the lack of infrastructure, because they are not getting the proper facilities of transport also, they are not getting the proper facilities of storage also, they are not getting the proper facilities of warehousing also, and they are not getting the market support for the agriculture marketing. So that's why the farmers are hurting. That's why the farmers are cheating in the market by the middleman, because the middleman knows they are not allowing the farmers to directly reach to the market. Next challenge is inappropriate government policies. As we know, government is not having a proper policies regarding the agriculture marketing, whatever the farmers are producing, they are producing. That's why, if you'll see, last month we had a case regarding the farmers, because the government are not providing them a proper facility. So in that, this government because of no inappropriate government policies, they are facing the agriculture marketing problem. And the last one is a lack of entrepreneurship and managerial skill among the Indian farmers. As we know, most of the Indian farmers are uneducated, and they don't know how to use the technology, how to get the information about the market, how to reach the market. They don't know about that. So because of that, they won't be able to be an entrepreneur, and they don't have a managerial skills. This one is the last slide of our chapter, and here we come to an end with the second module, that is the agriculture marketing. What are the measures? Here they had mentioned, what do you understand by actual agriculture marketing? It is a process. Agriculture marketing is a process involving assembling, storing, processing, transportation, packaging, then grading and distribution of different agricultural commodities across the country. This is the actual meaning of agricultural marketing. Now the what are the measures, whatever the challenges or problem faced by the agriculture marketing, what the government has to take the proper measures to solve that agriculture marketing problem. First is the regulated market. In the regulated market, what the government has to do, in the regulated market the government has to properly provide the rules and regulation. The government will has to provide the proper place for the farmers to sell their goods and services, so that they can get a more and more profit and they can produce more and more goods and services. See here they had mentioned the role of middlemen they have to remove, because the middlemen are such a persons, they are cheating, they are hurting the farmers, and because of that farmers are doing their suicides. So to improve the agriculture marketing, the government has to remove the role of middleman. Then development of infrastructure facilities, that the government has to provide the infrastructure facilities to the farmer. They have to provide the transport facilities, they have to provide the communication facilities properly, storage facilities, warehousing facilities, so that they can actually reach to the market, and they directly that product can be directly sell it to the actual consumer. Then cooperative marketing, that single farmer won't be able to do agriculture marketing. So here the group of farmers have to come together and they have to sell their product in a particular market. That is a cooperative marketing. And the last one is policy instrument. Government has to frame various policies regarding agriculture marketing. First one is the minimum support price. Here the government has to provide the minimum support price for their produce, for the farmer produce, whatever the farmer will produce the goods and services, they have to provide the minimum support price. They have to provide the proper price, they have to provide the good price for the farmer produce. Next is the maintenance of the buffer stock. This buffer stock, the government has to maintain the buffer stock. They have to put the maintenance about the buffer stock, because sometimes because of changing in the calamities, if the climate are getting changes, and at the time the farmers are not getting that much of produce, that much of production, they are not getting that much of production whatever they want. So because of that the government have to put the buffer stock, so that they can put a support to the farmer at the time of natural calamities or at the time of uncertainty. Last one is the public distribution centers, public distribution system. The government has to open the more and more public distribution centers, so that the farmer can directly reach to the public distribution center and they can distribute the agricultural goods and services to the actual consumer. Here public distribution center, if you will take the example of ration shop, where the poor people or the middle people or anyone can get the agricultural produce whatever they want at a very cheaper price. Thank you very much. If you are having any doubts regarding this chapter, you can contact me on my detail. I had mentioned you can contact me on my detail I had mentioned on the first slide. Thank you very much.